and IIPHG.
Good evening and welcome to the news. I'm Dinesh Rentley. Here are today's top stories. 3-day Pravasi Bharatiya Divas Convention gets underway at Indore. Union Minister for Information and Broadcasting Anurag Thakur invites Indian youth to invest in India. Chief Minister Conrad Sangma rules out NPP accepting Uniform Civil Code, says UCC to impact the culture and life of North-East tribes. Chief Minister Conrad Sangma reiterates his government's commitment to pursue border talks with Assam, says the Supreme Court order on Meghalaya HC verdict on border MOU is on expected lines. Himachal Pradesh Cabinet expanded, 7 new ministers take oath. The news in detail. Union Minister for Information and Broadcasting, Sports and Youth Affairs Anurag Thakur has invited overseas Indian youth to innovate and invest in India, saying that there is immense investment potential in the country. Addressing the Pravasi Bharatiya Divas Youth Conference on the first day of the Pravasi Bharatiya Divas Convention in Indore, Thakur said that there are new areas for investment in the field of space and drones. The 3-day convention began in Indore, Madhya Pradesh from today. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will formally inaugurate the convention tomorrow. National People's Party National President and Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma has said that the Uniform Civil Code or UCC is something that cannot be accepted by his party. Speaking to reporters in Shillong on Saturday, he said that as a political party, we are very clear that UCC is something that cannot be accepted. He however said that the particular UCC bill is a private member bill and not a government bill. Hence, there is no specific information that this particular bill was brought in. Sangma admitted that the UCC would impact the culture and the way of life of the tribes of the Northeast, especially the matrilineal society prevalent in Meghalaya.
Says that it has to go to the particular bill is a private member's bill. It's not a government bill, number one. And hence there was no specific information that this particular bill was being brought in was there because it was a private member's bill. So private member's bill can come up and it has come up. So that's number one. So it's not a government bill, it's a private member's bill. Number two, the Uniform Civil Code and the kind of approach that is there to the Uniform Civil Code will very, very extremely and in a very negative manner impact the culture and the way of life of the tribes of the Northeast and the culture of the Northeast, and especially among the matrilineal tribes, especially in the state of Meghalaya.
Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma said the Supreme Court's order, which stayed the Meghalaya High Court's interim order staying the Memorandum of Understanding between Assam and Meghalaya, was as per the expectation of the government. Speaking to reporters, Sangma said that the government was very clear that the interim order of the Meghalaya High Court will be stayed by the Supreme Court. The Chief Minister said that the second phase of border talks is moving in its own manner. He assured that his government is committed to pursuing border talks with Assam.
Be able to solve it exactly. So when this entire thing had happened, we were very clear that this will be stayed by the Supreme Court. We have approached the Supreme Court, and as we expected, the Supreme Court had stayed it. So therefore, when some of you were questioning and asking why now, what you're going to do, I had mentioned very, very clearly to all of you that we will appeal, and we are hopeful to get a stay on it, and that's what happened. We had a lot of challenges in the past. You are all aware about it. So hence, we'll have to smoothen out those challenges and those incidents that happened. Until unless we are not able to move forward from that, we'll not be able to take this discussion forward. So we have had a major setback to the talks in terms of those incidents, but that does not mean that the talks will stop. Does not mean that we will not further pursue the border issue. We will pursue it and we will take it to the logical.
Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman on Sunday said that it is the energy of the young minds which motivates the country to keep moving forward. She also said the country now has a leadership that is not corrupt and works for the good of the people. Sitharaman said that she was touched by the presence of such young minds. It is that energy that keeps India going forward, Sitharaman said. She was addressing a Yuva Shakti Samvad at Kota. The Himachal Pradesh cabinet headed by Sukhvinder Singh Sukhu was expanded on Sunday with the induction of 7 ministers, taking the total strength to 9. Governor Rajendra Vishwanath Arlekar administered the oath to the newly inducted ministers at a ceremony at the Raj Bhavan. The newly inducted ministers include eldest MLA Dhani Ram Shandil from Solan, Chandar Kumar from Jawali in Kangra district, Harshvardhan Chauhan from Shilai in Sirmaur district, and Jagat Singh Negi from tribal Kinnaur district. Chief Minister Sukhu and Deputy Chief Minister Mukesh Agnihotri were sworn in on December 11th. Chief Minister Conrad Sangma on Saturday slammed critics for raising the issue of opening up of an incomplete PA Sangma Stadium. The project cost is over 127 crore rupees and 90% of the funds are coming from the centre. The Chief Minister said that it is unfortunate that a stadium has become an election issue. Union Minister of State for Minority Affairs John Barla, during his visit to Tura on Friday, found that the inauguration was done by the Chief Minister without completing the work. When asked, the Chief Minister said that the project has 2 sections, the first section which is the football stadium and the second which is an indoor stadium. He clarified that the indoor stadium is yet to begin work and hence only the first part of the football stadium has been completed.
ये हमारे माइनॉरिटी डिपार्टमेंट के द्वारा से ये बनाया गया प्रधानमंत्री जन विकास कार्य के द्वारा। ये सेंट्रल फंड है, 90% हमने ये फंड दे के इसको बना रहे हैं सेंट्रल फंड से। लेकिन आज हम देख रहे हैं इनॉग्रेट कर रहे हैं हमारा चीफ मिनिस्टर, लेकिन ये सारा फंड सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट का है, कहीं किसी जगह भी मेंशन नहीं किया है, ना ऊपर में। ये अभी कंप्लीट भी नहीं हुआ है और इसको इनॉग्रेट कर लिया है, कम से कम कंप्लीट हो जाए।
The signboards are not there for anything. That has to say that this has been funded by Government of India, Government of Meghalaya. We have always, and in the public meeting also, we announced that this has been funded by the Minority Affairs Department of Government of India. We have maintained this from day one. That's number one. Number two is that the project has 2 sections to it. First section is the football stadium and the second section is an indoor stadium. The indoor stadium is yet to start and hence only the first part, this football stadium, has been completed.
Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairying Minister Parshottam Rupala is going to visit the southwest Garo Hills district of Meghalaya tomorrow. The district lies at the border of Bangladesh. This will be the first time that a Union Cabinet Minister will be visiting the border area. The Minister will chair a review meeting tomorrow of different flagship schemes by the government in Ampati, southwest Garo Hills, with government officials and stakeholders. And now for a look at the weather. The maximum temperature was 19.2 degrees Celsius with the minimum temperature dropping to 9.7 degrees Celsius. The relative humidity in the morning was 74%, rising to 86% in the evening. The forecast tells us weather is most likely to remain dry. Our news bulletin is also available live on our YouTube channel. In addition to watching on television, viewers can now visit the DD News Shillong YouTube channel to tune in to our daily bulletin. And now for a quick recap of today's headlines. 3-day Pravasi Bharatiya Divas Convention gets underway at Indore. Union Minister for Information and Broadcasting Anurag Thakur invites Indian youths to invest in India. Chief Minister Conrad Sangma rules out NPP accepting Uniform Civil Code says the UCC to impact culture and life of Northeast tribes. Chief Minister Conrad Sangma reiterates his government's commitment to pursue border talks with Assam. Says Supreme Court order on Meghalaya HC verdict on border MOU is on expected lines. Himachal Pradesh Cabinet expanded, 7 new ministers take oath. That's all we have in today's news. Thank you for watching.